Hey everyone, how's it going? Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's Learn Gujarati with Me podcast episode and YouTube video. Today we are going to do some listening practice. Listening and reading are such wonderful ways, your top two ways to increase your vocabulary in a language, get a good internal grasp of its grammar, and even boost your speaking ability. I'm a massive fan of listening and reading practice when learning a new language. So today we're going to do the same thing as pretty much all the listening and reading videos I've done. I am going to tell you a simplified and summarized version of a Gujarati story. I'll do it entirely in Gujarati. Then I'll tell you the same story, but I'll do it in English so you can understand 100% of what happened. At the end, I will also walk you through some key words and maybe some key grammar that was relevant to the story. The story that I'm going to tell you today, I will put a link, as always, in the episode description box so that you can go read the entire story on your own, should you choose to do that. The version of the story I tell you today is going to be a heck of a lot simpler, and it's a summarized version of the story. So please, I do encourage you to go read like the full version of it for your own learning purposes. Okay, so here we go. All in Gujarati to begin. તો આ વાર્તાનું નામ છે મારા મિત્રો. મિત્રો, મને લાગે છે કે તમને ખબર છે કે મિત્રો એટલે શું. તમને ખબર છે, મને લાગે છે. મિત્રો અંગ્રેજીમાં છે friends. જેમ કે મારો એક મિત્ર છે, એનું નામ છે ખોડી. બીજો મિત્ર છે, એનું નામ છે માઇકલ. એટલે અલગ અલગ મારા અલગ અલગ મિત્રો છે. ઘણા મિત્રો નથી, પણ અલગ અલગ મિત્રો છે. હવે આ વાર્તામાં એક છોકરો છે, અને આ છોકરો એના ઘણા ઘણા મિત્રો છે. બહુ મિત્રો છે. અમુક મિત્રો મોટા મોટા છે, અમુક મિત્રો નાના છે, અમુક મિત્રો વૃદ્ધ છે, થોડા મિત્રો બેબી છે, બાળક બેબી બેબી કહેશું, બેબી છે. એના મિત્રો એકચ્યુઅલી પ્રાણી પણ છે. એના પ્રાણી અમુક મિત્રો પ્રાણી છે. કૂતરો, ખિસકોલી, બિલાડી, બકરી, સાપ, પક્ષી, મધમાખી, વાવ, માછલી, બહુ મિત્રો. અમુક મિત્રો ઉડી શકે છે, અને બીજા મિત્રો એ તરી શકે છે. એ તરે છે. જેમ કે માછલી તરે છે, પક્ષી ઉડે છે, મધમાખી ઉડે છે. પણ સૌથી વધારે સારો મિત્ર કોણ છે? એનો સૌથી વધારે સારો મિત્ર કોણ છે? તમને ખબર છે કોણ છે? આ છોકરો કહે છે કે મારી મમ્મી. મારી મમ્મી. કે એકચ્યુઅલી ચોપડીમાં એ કહે છે મારી માં. મારી માં. Okay, let's go through this together in English. The full story, if you want to read it, as I said, is in the episode description box. So you can go check that out after. So the story is called Mara Mitro. Mara means my. Mitro is friends. So my friends. Mara Mitro. Mitro in the singular, if it's one friend, it's mitra. So mitra, one friend. Mitro, many, many friends. If you were going to say just my one friend, you would say maro with an O. Maro mitra. So my one friend, maro mitra. My many friends, mara mitro. Maro mitra, one friend. My one friend, mara mitro, my many friends. So this story is called Mara Mitro because this boy, this chokro, I said ek chokro che, there's a boy. So the chokro has many, many, many friends, right? So he says, Mara ghana mitro che. Or I said, Ena ghana mitro che. Ena means like his in the plural. So like, for example, ena mitro, his friends. Ena ghar, his houses. Ena kutra, his dogs, right? So he says that, oh, mara ghana mitro che, mara bo mitro che. I have so many friends. Um, yeah, so many friends. He's very popular. Yeah, very, very popular chokro. Remember, chokro is a boy. Now, amuk mitro, amuk is some. So amuk mitro mota che, they're big. Or in this context, they're just older, like they're like adults. That in the context of the story, mota means big, but in the context of the story, he just means older. Amuk nana che, some of them are small or they're younger. So some are older, some are younger, some are bigger, some are smaller. Thora vrud che. Thora means Thora is like a few. So a few of them are vrud. Vrud means like old, like senior, like old, but it's not, it's kind of a very polite word for old. Vrud. Okay. He even has some that are babies. So amuk mitro baby cha. So he has friends who are like babies, like really, really small. Very popular child. Not all of his friends are people, right? Amuk prani cha. Prani is an animal. So amuk mitro prani cha. Some friends are animals. Kutro, bilari. You should know those words by this point in these Gujarati lessons. Kutro is a dog. Bilari is a cat. We had undar. Did I say that before? Can't remember. Undar is a what do you call that? A mouse. Undar. We have. Let me look at the pictures here. It looks like a bakri. Bakri is what do you call that? A goat. There we go. That's the one. So bakri. We have what else we have in here? Let me see the picture. Look at the picture here. Where'd it go? Oh, yes, we have kiskoli here. Kiskoli is a squirrel. So kiskoli, bakri, undar, putro, bilari, lots of different animals. On the next page, we have sap. Sap is a snake. Machli are fish. We have a pakshi. Pakshi is a bird. We have mud maki. So that's a bumblebee. We're gonna do by the way, don't worry. We're gonna do lots of practice with all these words. Like, don't worry, we're gonna practice a lot. If you're like, oh my god, I can't remember all this. Don't worry. Like in like 3 minutes, we're gonna do a lot of practice. So don't worry. Then near the end, he says, I'll just read it too because this one I took the exact line. He says, "Pan maro sauthi vadhare saro mitra kon che." But maro sauthi vadhare, my most. Remember sauthi? We did that in the vocabulary series very recently, maybe like 5 lessons ago. Sauthi vadhare. So my most. Let's put it together. Sauthi vadhare saro. My most best, my best, pretty much. My most good mitra friend. Kon che? Who is my best friend? Maro sauthi vadhare saro mitra kon che? Who is my best friend? He goes, kon che? And he says, Mari, mummy, my mum, or Mari, ma. Mari, ma, Mari, mummy, same thing. Okay, let's do some practice with some of these words here. So I'm going to share my screen and we shall practice. We're going to do this visually because these are all pretty easy words to do visually. Okay, at least this microphone isn't dying. No, it's not. Perfect. Okay, let's do some practice. So let's start with, let's do the following here. So here we have some people. Oh wow, interesting. A lot of animals. I didn't expect that. So we have, let's do an animal. Let's look at these two, right? We have 2 bakri. These look like goats, right? Are those goats? I guess they're goats. Be bakri che. So these bakri are friends. How do you say that in Gujarati? Oh, they are friends. E be bakri mitro che. E be bakri, those two goats, mitro che, they are friends. Right? Or maybe these three dogs here, right? E kutrao mitro che. Those dogs are friends. While we have this here, I was going to do this later, but we are learning some animals. So, like dog, for example, is kutro. We learned that, right? Kutro. What else do we have in here for vocabulary? Let's have a look. We had, oh yes. What if you had like lots of friends? Let's have a look if there's a good picture of that. Maybe like, all right, maybe these like maybe these are all friends here. This like little boy in the front, he has lots of friends. How do you say like, oh my God, I have so many friends. I have so many friends. How do you say that? મારા ઘણા મિત્રો છે. મારા ઘણા મિત્રો છે. Or simpler, મારા બહુ મિત્રો છે. મારા બહુ મિત્રો છે. મારા બહુ મિત્રો છે. I have many friends. બહુ મિત્રો. ઘણા મિત્રો. For those that have a basic understanding of Gujarati, you might be wondering why you don't say mari pase. Oh, like mari pase mitro che. No, because mari pase is usually only used for non-people things. Like you can't have mari pase. No, mari pase is for like objects. We don't do it for people. So if you have friends, it's just like maro mitra che. I have one friend. Mara mitro che. Excuse me. Mara ghana mitro che. I have many friends. That's how you say it. So, okay, let's do a bit more practice here. Let's look at what if you didn't have a lot of friends? You're like, oh my God, you're like, you have one friend. Here's this like picture here. You have one. You don't have a lot of friends. You have one. So, Mara ghana mitro nathi. Mara ghana mitro nathi. Maro ek mitra che. Maro ek mitra che. Okay, let's do some more. So in the story, we had this boy was saying like, oh, I've got like some friends are older, some friends are younger, right? Some are like, yeah, some are older, some are younger. How would you say that? Like some friends are older, some friends are younger. Hint, in Gujarati, one way to do that is to use bigger and smaller. So thoda mitro or amuk mitro, thoda mitro or amuk mitro. Mota che, they are bigger, they're older. Ne amuk mitro nana che. Let's write. I should be writing some of these words for you just to make it easier. Let's type it on the screen for you. Let's open up a whiteboard so it makes it easier to see. Oopsies, that's not a whiteboard. This is a whiteboard. Okay, here we go. I have nowhere to clip my microphone today, so I'll just type just a little bit slower as I'll do one-handed typing. So we could say, for example, thoda mitro nana che. Right? Some are like younger or smaller. Thoda mota che. Thoda mota che. So some are bigger, some are smaller. Some are older, some are younger. You could replace thoda with amuk. Thoda means like a few or some. Amuk means like some, just some. So some friends are younger, some friends are older. Amuk nana che, amuk mota che. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's go back. Let's pull up a picture of, I know what to pull up a picture of. So we learned today a very polite, kind of a polite word for an old, like for old. So looking at some of these people here, what's that polite word for old? What is it? It is vrud. Vrud. Vrudha. Vrudha. Um, it looks a bit funny. I actually don't know if I can type one of the letters because it's a bit of a funny letter. I don't know how to type it, but I can try. Um, let's see if I can type it in Gujarati as well for you. Some of the half letters in Gujarati be a bit funny, but let's see. Nope. That's not what I want to do. Mm, shoot. Let's see if I can copy paste it for you from somewhere else. Let's see if this will work. That's too bad. Let's see if it'll work. I don't know. Not sure this will work. We can try. Bam. Yes, it worked. Amazing. Sweet. There we go. Bit of a funny looking word because of the half letters and such. So we have a V with the half R underneath. The and the put together here. That's a very weird letter. It's an odd one. You can kind of see the the is like at the bottom, like a sideways the. Yeah, it's a very strange letter. Vrud. So vrud is a polite word for old. Okay. We had lots of different prani. What is a prani in Gujarati? We have a whole bunch of prani. Let's show you a picture of that. What are prani? These here are prani, a whole bunch of them. Prani. Prani is animal. Prani. Lots of them, right? And we had lots of different animals in the story, like a whole bunch, like almost enough to like make a vocabulary video out of it. We had kutro, which is a dog. We had bilari, which is a cat. We had sap, which is a snake. We had what else did we have? We had kiskoli, kiskoli, which is a squirrel. We had a undar. Undar is a mouse. What else was there? Bakri. Bakri is a goat. Bam, bakri. There is a madmaki, not even an animal, but mud ma he. We learned that word actually previously in these videos. That's a bee, a bumblebee. We had bakshi, all the farm animals, everything. Bakshi is a bird, right? And I think that was all of them. So kutro, bilari, sap, kiskoli, undar, bakri, madmaki, pakshi, lots and lots and lots. We can do a little bit of practice with these. I'll show you some pictures. You tell me what they are. Let's do some practice. Here we have on the right-hand side, what is that animal there? The one looking off to the left. Bilari, right? Bilari. What's this one here? Kiskoli, a squirrel. Kiskoli. Here we have another one. What's that flying one? That green one. It's a popat. Popat is a parrot, but what kind of an animal is a parrot? It is a pakshi. Pakshi is a bird, right? Pakshi. Here we have something like it's not quite a goat, but it's goat-like, I guess. What is goat in Gujarati? Goat is bakri, right? Bakri. We have another bilari over here. Pakshi again, right? A kutro over here. Let's see if we have any snakes. Huh. No, we don't. But what's this way? I have another kiskoli, another squirrel. Oh, there's a bakri, a baby bakri right here. Baby bakri hai. This is not a snake, but it kind of looks snake-like. I know it's a praying mantis, but that kind of looks like a snake. Let's pretend it's a snake. How do we say snake in Gujarati? Snake is sap. Sap. Right? So sap. What else was there? I can't remember anymore. We had we had a mouse as well. Do we have any mice here? I don't see any mice, but not seeing any mice, unfortunately, but we can pretend one of these is a mouse. How do you say mouse in Gujarati? Mouse is undar. Undar. All right, now in the story, I did say that some of the animals, amok prani, uri shakeche, or in simpler language, ureche. So uri shakeche, uri shakeche. And then I said some of them, tari shakeche. Tari shakeche. So uri shakeche means they can fly. E uri shakeche, he is able to fly. E tari shakeche, it can swim. Oh yeah, so for example, there's a fish in the story. Fish is machli. Machli tari shakeche. So all we do whenever we've done this before, we've talked about this in previous lessons, but we have e shake to mean like someone can do something. E boli shakeche, he can talk. E tari shakeche, he can swim. E uri shakeche, he can fly. E kai shakeche, he can eat. If we do in the I form, like I can swim, I can fly, I can eat. Uri shakuchu. Tari shakuchu. Pani pi shakuchu. I can drink water. I can swim. I can eat. I can, right? So we just make these oos, an oo sound. Shaku chu. So shaku chu is like I can. Shakeche is like he or she can. So we can do some practice of that as well. Bit of a longer lesson today, actually, which is good. I like that actually. For example, this is an animal, asuche, on the left-hand side. Asuche, dabi baju. Ek bakshi. It's a type of bird, right? Bakshi. That looks like a hunts to me. Hunts is a can't think of the English word for hunts, but anyway, doesn't matter. Bakshi. Let's keep it simple. Bakshi. How would you say that it can swim? E tari shake che. Or if you want to simplify it, it is swimming. E tare che. E tare che. Here's a pakshi over here, another pakshi, right? How would you say he can fly? E uri shakeche. Or if he is flying, which he's not, e ureche. He is flying. Right? Yeah, that's that. Let's have a look here. And then the final, let's see, anything else you can practice with? Let's have a look. I think that's probably a good place to end. Yeah, that's a good place to end this, I think. Yeah, let's end that there. Again, the full story link is in the episode description box. You're welcome to go read the full thing, which I highly recommend. And yeah, I'll see you in the next lesson. Aujo, bye.